how's it going, guys? All right, welcome to Clandestino once again. For those that are familiar with the channel, you know, we're gonna wait and mill today. And next day, well, not next day, but tomorrow, which is in the same video, tomorrow we're going to make the beer, or brew the beer at a Clandestino. So we're gonna brew a very simple pale ale. I got new hops, and I got hop that I never tried before. I will let you know as the video goes, which the hop is and how we're gonna use it. I know people like to use smash beer, single grain, single hop. I kind of like to do my pale ales, my base, with his nice head and everything, caterpillars, wheat malt, crystal, pale to row, that's what I use for the beer. And just use one hop just to see what's the profile that hop can bring. This is the way I like it. I like it better than smash beer, being honest. So what we're gonna need for this beer, we're gonna need 10 kilos, 250 grams of pale to row. We're gonna need 650 grams of white wheat malt. We're also gonna need 550 grams of crystal 20. And last and not least, 310 grams of caterpillars. This is all our grain bill. For now, we're just gonna start milling, or waiting, milling, get everything ready for tomorrow. And as the video goes, we're gonna tell you how much water we're gonna need, how much water for the sparge, how are we gonna do the chemistry for the water, also tell you how much hop, blah, 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 okay? For now, let's start. Hey guys, we're in Clandestino now. Well, we're gonna brew the pale ale. Like you see, it's kind of gray day, kind of a little cloudy, but you know, let's start. Follow me. And yeah, we're gonna start with the pale ale. So what we're gonna do now, get the mash tun ready, bring the hoses and everything, and yeah, might as well, let's start. We're gonna start with 11.5 gallons of water. We also want to add 4 grams of calcium sulfate, Gibson. We're going to just weight it and add it. All right, we just finished filling them up. So what we're gonna do is heat up the water up to 70 degrees, and then we're gonna dough our grain in. But in the meanwhile, now that we got everything set up in here, we're gonna start filling up the water that is going to be for sparge, which is going to be 9 gallons, okay? Let's start filling them up and heat this up, all right? Let's do it. Well, with 70 Celsius, we're gonna put it out and start doughing our grain. All right, just for fun, let's do an iodine test to see how we're going. All right, as you've seen, the iodine test is negative, so now we can keep forward. What we're gonna do now, we're going to heat up our mash tun to 75 Celsius. With that, we're going to mash out. Also, we got our spatch water. If you remember, we filled them up at the beginning of the video. So what we're gonna do is basically after we mash out, we're gonna do the sparge transfer, and then we're gonna start boiling and all that stuff, okay? Let's get ready. Let's get it ready. We're 75 Celsius now. Now we're gonna do the sparks, transfer, and all stuff. Okay, let's do it. All right, we finished transferring. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start boiling. So we're gonna get everything going. And also we're gonna use a hop called Zamba. First time I using it, it's a 9% alpha acid on them. So apparently tropical flavors, blah, 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 blah. So we're gonna test it, see how it tastes, how the beer turns out with. So yeah, let's start boiling and get everything ready. All right, everyone. So we got the hop, Zamba. It's 9% alpha acid, so according to my calculation, we need 117 grams for 35 IBUs on our beer. So we're gonna weight it and add it to it. $117 grams of Zamba. This Zamba 9% alpha acid. Let's add it to it. All right. So what we got now, we're getting close to 15 minutes left. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait another 65 grams of Zamba. We're gonna add it when it's 15 minutes left. We're also gonna put the whirl lock, and we're also gonna put the chilling coil and connect the pump to start recirculated so everything gets sterilized. All right, yeah, let's connect everything. 15 minutes left on boiling. Let's add the 65 grams of Zamba. All right, we're like about like a minute to finish. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna get the 65 grams of Zamba. We're gonna add it as a hop stand. So where we cooling about 80, when we're about like 80 Celsius, we're gonna add the hop. That will be our aroma hop, and that technique is called a hop stand. So we're gonna add it, let's get it ready first so we can add it later, all right? So yeah, let's keep brewing. $80 degrees, let's add it to it. All right, what we're gonna do now, we're going to add oxygen in our wort. Before we put our yeast on it. So yeah, we're about 30 degrees now. So we're gonna get like the diffusion stone and connect it to the tank and get it. It's about like 20-25 seconds. About 5 psi is what I use. So yeah, let's do it. All right, well, we're 22 Celsius now, so what we're gonna do, we're going to pitch our yeast in. The yeast we're using is Brewed by Lallemand Labs. Okay, let's pitch it. All right, we're done. Hey, we got a original gravity of a 1.046. So that's exactly what I was expecting. Basically, I did Saxon recipe a couple videos ago. Anyways, I just used different hops. Seriously, this Zamba is super intense. It's as intense of the Citra. I'm not saying it smells the same as Citra or tastes like Citra. No, nothing to do. But what I'm saying is like it's super intense. So I really like it. Got a good feeling about it. Yeah, the beer smell awesome right now. Well, the wort smell awesome so far. So yeah, let's let it ferment and see what happens. A couple days more, maybe in 3 or 4 days, we're gonna come back and check the gravity, transfer to carboys, etc., like I do in every video. All right, well, for now, let's go rest. All right, everyone, it's been about like 4 days since we brewed this beer. It smells so good. That Zamba hop. I don't know, I think it will be my favorite now, next to, well, Citra was my favorite, but I think this one kicks his ass. I don't know, let's see what the result completely. For now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a sample, we're gonna transfer into carboys, and we're gonna let that conditioning for another 5 days. Another thing I want to say is, like, after the heavy fermentation happened, my temperature dropped. As you know, I ferment in the kettle. The room was about like 15 degrees, so that thing got so down to 15 degrees. I didn't like it, so I kind of started pouring some brew belts to raise the temperature to 20. Left it there for a couple of days to finish it, and now we're transferring it into the kegs. We're gonna see what the gravity is. We're gonna transfer it to the kegs, etc., let it condition it, and yeah, let's start working. Alright everyone, well, as you've seen, we transferred the beer. We got a final gravity of 1010. I mean, the gravity up to this point is 1010. I don't think it's gonna move any further, so it's gonna stay there. I hope so, I believe so. Anyways, so we transferred it. We're gonna let it there for 5 days to condition it, and depending how clear it looks like, we're going to keg it, etc. So far, flavor is amazing, it smells amazing. I don't know, I think I like this better than Citra again. Alright, well, let's go rest. Hey guys, it's been 5 days since we transferred to secondary. So yeah, it's time to put it into the kegs, carbonate it, and let it carbonate it, and then do the part that I love more. All right, let's get everything ready. All right, everyone. What we're gonna do here, basically, I clean the kegs as I go. When I finish the keg in my fridge, I basically wash it with PBW and let it just there. That is clean. There's no nothing on them, right? So what I do in a kegging day is just put a little bit of water, rinse it up, pressure it up a little bit, get all the water out through the spout. So basically go right to the pipe. And after that, what I do, I got this keg right here, I got it filled up with like Star San. So what I do, I pressurize it, and then I transfer from here into this one. So it goes through right to the pipe, all the way down. And then once it's there, I shake it up, left it for 5 minutes, about 5 minutes. And then after that, I pressurize this one and I pass it to this one, etc. And then at that point, when we finish, we can just basically start filling up our kegs. So at which point there will be sanitize it. So yeah, let's start working. Right, what we're gonna do now, basically we're going to sanitize the siphon. So we're gonna transfer some Star San from one cardboard to another cardboard. And at that point, basically, the whole thing will, the Star San will go through the whole thing, and that will be the way to clean it up and sanitize it. So yeah, let's do that so we can start transferring. Hey everyone, well, we're done. We transferred, they're already on the keg. We're gonna let it carbonate it, and then we're gonna do the part that I love more. So yeah, let's go rest. Hey everyone, last part of the video. The part that I enjoy most. Let's see what's going on with this beer. Beautiful color. I really like it. I mean, it's the base recipe of most of my pale ales, so I know exactly what I need to do to get this color and things like that for experiments I've done in the past. But anyways, that was the color I was aiming for. Sorry, I just filmed the you guys seen it, the THC beer.
And this is basically the second clip, and I think that beer already hit me. So what I mean, you know what I mean. So it might be a little bit off what I'm saying, but it's the only time I have to film this. All right, I hope you guys understand. But that's mean that beer works. Oh man. All right, anyways, let's go. But before that, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, hit that like button, and leave your comments down there like that. All, you know what I mean. Let's go with this. In aroma is this hop is very West Coast, let's call it. Smell like, you know, like Chinook, a Cascade. They're very similar, like in aspect, unless you go for, I don't know, like the Australians one, that they're more like fruity and stuff like that. Anyways, it smells pretty good. It's not as intense as Citra, and on the video I was saying that I thought this beer might be as intense as Citra. It's not, but it's good. It smells really nice, very West Coasty, I call it. Interesting. In flavor, you can distinguish basically, again, very similar, very citrus, a little bit of resin for like pine trees and whatever. And but one thing is, I don't like the bitterness. As you've seen on the video, we use Zamba for the three ways. Bitterness, flavor, and aroma. And bitterness, I don't really like the bitterness that brings into the beer, maybe because it's too much of almost like a, how can I explain it? Too pine resin, I guess. I want to have to do this same beer with I really like Warrior for bitterness, so I want to use Warrior for bitterness and then see, let these hops express us the way that I think it will express better, which it would be just in flavor and just in aroma. So yeah, that would be something I will do to change this beer. But beside that, I don't want to say more stupid things. I'm kind of getting high for that beer. Not these ones, like, you know what I mean. I had to film 3 clips today for beers that I've been making, so you know what I mean. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one.